Today we are going to find out how long will it take to win a Super Bowl with only undrafted players. We're going to be rocking with a random team, so we randomize. It doesn't really matter who we get the Dallas Cowboys. So, I mean, hey, they were doing some good stuff in real life, but we're going to have to go simulate the entire season, then cut all their players, and we did that. We got, things going pretty quickly here, and we moved to see who is going to be the crop of players that we have to start with. As you can see, the quarterback options not great. 59 overall and lower. Running backs are going to be a little bit better. And from my experiences in this game, the best type of undrafted free agents that you're gonna get, I've seen some good D tackles, I've seen the occasional superstar wide receiver, and I've seen some nice defensive backs. Also, you get, pretty solid kickers, punters, fullbacks occasionally, the less valuable positions. But you can see our first star development player, Jamie Watkins, is a wide receiver. So yeah, once again, it's the positions that are going to be a little bit easier for us. Tony Boston, a star development defensive tackle. And how about doubling up? Clayton Hedson. So that's 3 star dev players in year 1. The only players we're going to be able to add to this roster are these guys year after year. Alani Thorne, 66 overall, but he's star dev at safety. And then the final player is a really good one. It's actually a pretty crazy one. The thing is he's a kicker. Lamar Morrow. He's a superstar dev kicker. That's really cool. So, I mean, our kicker's going to be our best player, and I guess we get to keep the tradition here in Dallas going for Brandon Aubrey to this dude who's got 99 kick power. And the team in year 1, not a great one, but we are going to be rolling with Thomas at quarterback. Alec Thomas is not the highest overall, but he is mobile, so at least he could maybe do something there for us. And it's going to be up to us to do training camps, to develop these players, to progress them the best that we can, and make sure that they can eventually get to the point where they can win a Super Bowl. It's going to be difficult, but we do catch one stroke of luck early on. Alec Thomas, I was just doing the regular training camp drills, and he got a dev trait upgrade immediately. So that's pretty nice. That's the only thing we got, though, from training camp, other than the typical upgrades. Year 1, you probably aren't going to be surprised to see that we went 0-17. Now, what was surprising is we had a couple of really close games. We had, a lot of, 6-point losses, specifically. A lot of, one-score games. And Alec Thomas, I've seen worse quarterback performances from guys who are higher overall. 16 touchdowns, 10 picks, and a couple of running backs getting involved, 200, 300, and then 500 yards between the 3 ball carriers. And we had a wide receiver, Gutierrez, get almost 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Our left tackle situation, horrible. This dude played 400 snaps and allowed 10 sacks. Are you kidding me? We need to get him out of here. And I guess there's going to be one thing working for us, is the defensive players are going to be able to rack up a lot of tackles. I mean, 176 tackles. We had a bunch of guys racking up tackles. So linebackers should be able to be progressed, since tackles mean, a decent amount in this game. You can make Pro Bowls just off leading the league in tackles. Lamar Morrow, though, he's supposed to be our best player. He didn't even play like it. So it's obviously going to take us a little bit of time to get into gameplay action, but we hope it's not too long. Gutierrez won NFC Offensive Rookie of the Year, not the overall one, but he did get up to star development. One of our linebackers also added star development as the Ravens beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Malachi Stark's getting Super Bowl MVP, and here are the next couple of guys. So what I do is I obviously will cut all of the draft picks. We got the number 1 overall pick. We can't use that. I cut all the number 1 overall picks and the number 1 pick in each round and everything, and they're free to sign wherever, and we just got to work with what we got here. So the team in year 2, decent bit better from an overall perspective, but still easily the worst team in the league. Even though as a team we jumped up 6 overalls plus, it's not going to mean much because we are still so far away from getting to the point where we're going to be getting into in-game action. Though we do actually win a couple of games in year 2. 3-14 the record. I'm just happy we actually made some progress here and we're able to win some games, even though we're probably 10 overalls worse than every other team in the league. Alec Thomas taking a little bit of a leap from the statistical standpoint. Not a crazy one. He was banged up. But how about a little bit of a breakout here? Jordan McCree, running back out of Northern Iowa, 1,000 rushing yards on 4 yards a carry. And this time Jamie Watkins goes for 1,000 yards. Gutierrez goes for just 400. But trading off who gets to produce that wide receiver and having an 1,000-yard running back, we look a little bit more like a real team this time around. We're once again going to have the #1 pick, and we're once again going to have to cut him. But, I mean, the team definitely produced reasonable results as the Giants win the Super Bowl behind Jackson Dart. We get to add a couple more players. Taj Smith, 68 overall wide receiver, about a 67 overall guard. And we have a good player here. I know he's only normal dev, but getting a edge rusher that is like 65 plus in the undrafted, that's hard to do. So we bring him in, and he's instantly going to be a guy who could start for us. I mean, he's already tied with our highest player, and I mean, maybe it's even worth just letting him play a decent amount. So we get to the end of season 3, looking to see some serious progress here, and we take a step back. 1-16, and I don't think I need to show you guys all the blowouts there. So maybe we did get a little lucky last season, winning 3 games. I mean, I don't know how long they're away from making the playoffs. I do know that they're maybe a year or 2 away from being a competent team, like when it comes to being able to say you're not like outright the worst team in the league. I did sign all these guys to 7-year deals, so like we will have the core group of guys throughout the first 7 years of the video, and then from there we'll have to make decisions. But we at least have these guys like Deron Peppers to go up to superstar dev because he keeps leading the league in tackles at least. So superstar dev linebacker, will bring in a running back, about a 68 overall left tackle, which is pretty nice. And those are the only 2 significant additions. The team now 77 overall, so maybe like an overall or 2 off of being, you know, one of the only 3 worst teams instead of the worst team as we advance to the end of the season. And how about we go up to a 78 overall and win 7 games on the season? 7-10, a legit 7-10, where we win 4 games in a row to close the year. And it was done with 3 different quarterbacks throwing passes. Jordan McCree getting 880 yards and 12 touchdowns. So, you know, not really being able to put up the 1,000-yard season that he did previously, but it was more so the defense. Our offense was really bad still. It was like a bottom 3 offense, but the defense a little bit better because you got a guy getting 6 interceptions, 5 picks, 4 picks. So it looks like we got a lot of turnover luck on our side, and Alan Nesbitt getting 12.5 sacks as well. So the defense helping out a decent amount. We have a first-time Pro Bowler in Nesbitt, so that's nice. Deron Peppers, yeah, he's just racking up tackles. He's now an X Factor. Desmond Rutherford winning Best DB, gets Superstar Dev, and that's nice progression for the defense. And then on offense, hey, we found a star dev fullback. It's our first time in a couple of years finding a star dev player. We got a couple in the first season, but how about this? This is a real game changer here. Dante Rivers, 98 speed, 97 excel, 71 overall, and he's got superstar development. It doesn't happen too often, but I've seen it before. It's been in a video before, and Rivers looks to be incredible. Now, the interesting thing is, you go to Enrique Guerrero, who's the next receiver, 68 overall. He also has superstar development, but before you freak out, this one I have to check because I had to make sure they weren't drafted, because sometimes players are drafted. You can see Guerrero, he was a 5th round pick. He's not an undrafted player. But Dante Rivers, he's legit undrafted. He was a legit undrafted player. So I kind of cut out the parts where I have to check through certain players. So we cut Enrique Guerrero because he's not undrafted. But yeah, for some reason, the computer will like draft players and then like insta-cut them. And like before even preseason. I'm not even talking about like preseason cuts. They'll like not even make it to preseason for some reason. But the team, a little bit better. We have higher dev traits here, an X Factor, a superstar. We have a superstar wide receiver we can lean on. And going to the playoffs here, where we are going to end the year. We went 7 wins last year. How about sneaking in with 9 wins this year despite being a 79 overall team? We won the division with 9 wins, and you could see it was a fluke. We had a minus 53-point differential. We were terrible. We literally had a minus point differential. A very comfortable proportions. As you can see, our mascot's legs are a little messed up there. That's a cool glitch, Madden. But yeah, we kind of fluked our way here, but you know, Fluky teams have won playoff games before. With these, we're going to be covering the second half of these games and kind of get like an abbreviated highlight version of these games. And I didn't know how long it'd take for us to make the playoffs. Clearly this year was a little fluky, so regardless of the result, I don't know if we're going to be back here anytime soon. It could be another couple of years. We could maybe have a string of momentum and more players keep on developing and getting better and better. As this game, it's 7-0. We're actually on top in our defense, which has been, I'd say at least in the last 2 years, not bad. Like, you know, they've been like a middle-of-the-pack defense, and they're actually playing pretty decently so far as Jordan Love finds Romeo Doubs for a big play. The 29-yard line. Love play action, throwing it outside wide open, and they got the tight end Tucker Kraft to the 4-yard line. Love with time, end zone, and with these, touchdown Romeo Doubs. And that didn't take long for them to tie things up, but here we go, getting to see this team in some action. Alec Thomas is sacked, and this is a matchup where, yeah, we're taking on Micah Parsons. I know this was a trade with a different organization, I guess, since I'm taking over and booting Jerry Jones out and saying, hey, the answer is just to go after undrafted players, which, you know, probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But hey, they still had Micah Parsons traded as they go with a fake end around. Jordan Love with the ball back, throwing it deep, and 3 defenders there, and it's incomplete. Now 3rd and 9. We went 3 and out. Can we force the Packers to get out of here? And we do. Nice pressure on Love as we get the football back. Thomas screen out left, and that's caught by Watkins for 4 yards. 3rd down and 6. They send some pressure, and that's a throw that was dangerous. I mean, I appreciate the confidence to try to make an elite throw despite not being a very even close to elite player, but hey, we'll go and punt this football away. Our punter not very good either. Packers good field position and a strike. Gets him to the 26-yard line, handing it up. I don't see no Josh Jacobs out there. They got a new running back as Love underneath. That's caught. Romeo Doubs again, 1st down as they go with a motion. Love over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown. Matthew Golden. We take over halfway through, or actually past halfway through the 3rd quarter as McCree with the handoff, and McCree rocking the number 15, rocking a little Ezekiel Elliott action. Maybe he can run like Zeke, as now Alec Thomas, speaking of running, slides it down as they go play action. And Thomas, that's a weird looking throwing motion. He throws that football so weird. What the heck? Thomas, look at him. He like palms the ball. He throws it like a 1960s quarterback as we had try a 60-yard field goal. Oh no, kick is off target. Oh, we need Brandon Aubrey back. I don't think this is Brandon Aubrey 2.0. As what in the world? I was over here talking about this quarterback throwing the football like a caveman. It's 3rd down and 7 for the Packers. 14-7 still your scores. Love trying to extend the lead, 2 scores, and Matthew Golden has it right in the red zone, handing it off, and they'll make a defender miss. How about a stiff arm and a 1st down? Basically, it's 1st and goal. It's at the 10-yard line as they throw it short. That'll get it to 2nd and goal. Now they adjust things. Yeah, 2nd and goal from the 5. Blitz it in. Sacked him. Carlos Colon. This ain't the wrestler Carlos Colon. This is the football player. 3rd down and goal. Throw outside. That's caught Doubs. And then won't get anywhere close. They'll settle for 3 as it'll be 17-7. And the Packers have really just laid out this Cowboy team in the 3rd quarter. But now starting the 4th quarter. Can we do something? No, Micah Parsons. 3rd down, sack. He says no. And they'll get the football right back to Green Bay. And yeah, this team is showing why they had a minus 50-point differential and fluked their way to a division title. I don't think we're ready yet. Not just for a Super Bowl. That's still way out of the question. I don't know if we're ready to even compete in the wild card round or if we should even be fighting for a division title. We do get a stop and get the football back, so maybe we could pull something off here. Tyreek Woolen on this Packers team making the tackle. They send a blitz. We get it out. There's McCree, and McCree making a man miss. And the former 1,000-yard running back, maybe a source of stabilization on this team where we can have somebody to lean on as we go back to McCree. 1 yard shy. It's actually a couple inches shy. 4th and inches. We kick it, and for the 1-score deficit, kick is good. I think he could have considered going for it. It's going to be hard to score a touchdown on this Packers team, and that might be the closest chance you get, but regardless, just 6 minutes to play. 1-score game, and Love out of bounds. 3rd and 11. Love in the shotgun to the air and throwing it short of the sticks. It's caught. Jaden Reed tackled shy, and the Cowboys get it back. So we actually have a chance to tie this game up. Going to the flats. There's Watkins. And Watkins for the first down to the 48-yard line. First down and 10 now as Thomas, as it hits the drag route. Tight end's got it, staying on his feet and into Packer territory. 40 yards out. Get the tight end again. And he's trying to run through. Gets 9. Second and 1. We'll turn to third and inches. A sneak will get us the first down. 29 yards out for the tie. This would be an improbable victory, and that's not going to go the way of McCree. Third down and 9 after the loss, as they'll throw it at a wide open man inside the 5. Breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Cowboys. And look at him getting free. Do your little dance if you got to. We are tied up here, 17-17. And can we pull off what would be an upset? I don't care if they were the home team winning the division. This is an upset if we pull it off. And Love, it's third down and 6, 30-yard line. Will we force a 3 and out? Love, short, read, incomplete. We have it back, and we could pull this off. 38-yard line, third down and 5. We have a kicker who can hit from 60, but it won't matter. Micah Parsons closes out the drive, and Love gets it back. Matthew Golden for a first down, and the Packers maybe 20 yards away from field goal range with 90 seconds to go. There's Dobbs. He's racking up catches in the second half. Second down and 4 as Love will throw. He had a clean pocket and finds Tucker Kraft. And they are now in field goal range. Love is going to have another completion. Just make that field goal all the more easy for your kicker. Run that ball and get more room, get more yards, and be able to run out this clock all the way. And they're inside the 10 now. It's just a chip shot field goal as a second down and goal. I'd say let them score here, and they do. Letting them score at least ensures us we get the ball back to try something here. But with 25 seconds to play, I don't know how much we can really do. It's fourth down after the incomplete pass, and Thomas is going to throw short of the line. Watkins tackled. Game over. I can't even really be too mad. We put up a fight. Like, I know the third quarter didn't really go our way, but battled back from a 10-point deficit, tied it up, and yeah, we lost it at the end, and Thomas averaged just under 5 yards an attempt, but I can't be mad at it. We didn't really deserve to be here in the first place, and when we got here, well, we played pretty decently. Micah Parsons, though, kind of wrecked us. No surprise. Yeah, it's kind of what you expect there, as Alec Thomas actually has his best season up until this point. Still, his production not very good, under 60%, but he had 20 touchdowns, 8 picks, and I mean, we don't throw it all that often, but he did run for 6 more touchdowns and 400 yards, so we'll take the rushing production at least from him. McCree, though, look at our running back getting 1,200 rushing yards. And Dante Rivers, he only played 200 downs. He did get banged up. He was very hurt throughout his rookie season, so we weren't able to really capitalize on that superstar development this year. We hope he keeps it going into next year, and we can really, get going with him then. But we just want to make sure we capitalize while certain players have the development traits that they do, and they don't lose them before we can able to progress them enough to where it doesn't matter too much. I mean, if he goes down, it would still be star development, but not ideal. Rams versus Bengals, a little Super Bowl rematch, ends up in the Rams' favor again. But we do have another superstar receiver, Tevin Page, 68 overall, legit undrafted player. And yeah, it's cool that we are finding the receivers. It is the easiest one to find. I don't think that's a surprise. Receivers are dime a dozen, really, when it comes to just finding competent or good players. It's easier to find running backs. It's easier to find receivers. But look at Jordan McCree. He's a 90 overall. He's progressed so much better than all these other players because he's got multiple 1,000-yard seasons, and he has carried the load for this offense. The line's still not great. Linebacking core is pretty nice, though. Secondary is also pretty nice. Everybody is 80+ in the D tackles. The 2-star D tackles we started with have also progressed very nicely. We get to the end of the season, and after making the playoffs last year, we don't this year. We go 8-9, so a little step back, but like I said, I mean, we weren't really deserving of making it. But look at McCree again. How about another 1,200-yard season? This time 11 touchdowns. He's a legit player. 3 1,000-yard seasons. Dante Rivers also clears the 1,000-yard mark just barely. He held on to his superstar dev, and he should be able to hold on to it a little bit longer, at least within a 1,000-yard season. Ashton Love, that pretty decent edge rusher that we got, 8.5 sacks and a couple of interceptions for the guys. But look at see Tyreek Morris, safety. He's an 85 overall. He's got superstar dev now that he has developed even higher. We go with the next crop of guys. 268 overall players at linebacker and guard, and then we find a star safety, Brett Ward. We don't really need more secondary players, but we take any superstars we can get or any stars we can get, as we have Rivers at an 87 overall, McCree 92. The line still not great. Costello I've been using our training camp on, that's why he's a little bit better than everybody else, but it's hard to develop some of these linemen. And our quarterback, even though I'm progressing him each and every year with training camp, he is not getting a whole lot better. We do make the playoffs, though, after missing it the previous season. So, you know, nice to have it back into the playoffs. We didn't, you know, go on a stretch where we couldn't make it a couple of years in a row. I want to at least build a foundation for this team, a level of success for certain players, so that when it eventually comes to the point where some of these guys that we started off with do get older, I would imagine we're going to get to see some of the players, those guys at least the end of their careers, unless we go on a miracle run at some point. But, you know, I want to at least have a foundation for those guys and make sure that they are good into their late 20s, early 30s, and that would help us out a lot. We're an 83 overall team, so we've come a long way. We're a legit team right now. We're still kind of like underdog status, like we're not a dominant force, but we get to the second half here where we start things off 10-9. We are losing by 1 as the Seahawks. There's no Sam Darnold, no Jalen Milroe. It's Trent Good at quarterback, and he's gonna have it here at the 41-yard line. There's Jackson Smith in Jigba. He gets it close as it's 3rd and inches. They snake it. He fumbled on the snake, though, and Dallas picks it up. He fumbled on a sneak, and we have it back. Deron Peppers, this team's highest rated, or one of the highest rated players on its defense, X Factor, and he comes up with a big play. Alec Thomas now at quarterback, still trying to figure things out here, as he's got a top receiver now. That was our guy Rivers, as Thomas scrambling. Thomas, he can run it, and Thomas slides to the 14-yard line, and looking to take the lead here. Here we go with McCree, and McCree, who's become one of the best running backs in the league. 2nd down and 5, quick pass, Dante Rivers, touchdown, and the 2-point conversion as we go for the 7-point lead. Thomas runs it in. That's why we wanted a guy like Alec Thomas, because if you weren't going to be a good thrower of the football, at least give us something on the ground. That's kind of why we went for him, even though he was a lower overall guy in year 1. We just wanted somebody who could at least give us some semblance of a high floor on the run game. As Good throws it deep middle, and a swat from Peppers. And look at Peppers coming up big here. Got the fumble recovery, then a swat on 3rd down. He's running it a lot, as Alec Thomas is going to have another scramble. And then Dante Rivers with the 1st down catch. Find your good players, Rivers and McCree. Those are the guys who should be touching the football, because those guys are 2 certified star players, as a sack comes in, and we got to punt it away just like that. Drive derailed as Good steps up, throws it on the run, and that's a 1st down. JSN to the 34 as they go under center. Play action to Walker, gets off a block, and they pressure him, but he gets it out to the fullback. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Spreading the field, Good. Quick throw outside of the corral. Jackson Smith and Jigba again, as this is, 3rd catch of the quarter as they'll run. Kenneth Walker has 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3. Good is going to roll right. Throw on the run. JSN again, and he's got room. Jackson Smith and Jigba for 24 yards as our cowboy up top is glitching out like crazy. What is wrong with that dude's boots, as they got a goal to go, handing it off, and that's down to the 3-yard line. Walker just 3.9 a carry, but the passing game's been beautiful. He missed him wide open, though. We sent everybody, left him open, and they have to settle for 3. A huge mistake as they pass incomplete. We go 3 and out immediately, though. At least we got a break there. As Walker, you just trucked somebody. Oh, Kenneth Walker trucking us is crazy. 2nd down and 6. They got good. They got to draw a slide for a first down the 4th quarter. 10 minutes to go. Is they got a lot of room here? Now it's the backup running back and a touchdown. Seahawks taking the lead. That's another dude named Rivers. We could maybe call that Dante Rivers' brother. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about that dude. And speaking of Dante Rivers, that's a good catch there for the first down as we go play action and just devouring us in the middle. That's the 7th Seattle sack. This offensive line, not like the Dallas offensive lines of old. It's the 8th sack for the Seahawks, and they'll have to punt. Seattle now 3-point lead and the ball with 7 minutes to play. Run it as Kenneth Walker spinning off a tackler, and Walker gets 8 more. They are just reeling off great run after great run, little by little, as I think, is that Rashee Rice with the grab? Is Rashee Rice on this Seahawk team? That's what we needed, more threats to deal with. I didn't even know Rashee was here, but here we go, 2nd down and 5. Quick throw, JSN again. I mean, that's his 10th grab of the game. He is just torching us. Make it number 11. And a first down to the 14. 11 catches for JSN. And that seems to be the only thing the Seahawks offense can do, though, as they run it a couple of times. And Kenneth Walker on 3rd and long does not get the first down, so them getting really passive there helps us out quite a bit, because now we have it still 1-score game with 3 minutes to go. Oh, that's Dante Rivers. What a catch. And at the 43, outside over the head of our tight end. But Dante Rivers coming up with huge plays to keep this team alive as that catch is made short. 4th and 1, though, as they'll go read option. Thomas, he's got it. Lot of room. Red zone. Big hit, and he holds on to the red zone opportunity now. McCree, middle. McCree to the 3. We can pull it off. Handing it off. McCree is at the 1. 27 seconds to go. Taking our time. Direct snap. Alec Thomas. Touchdown, Cowboys. And we have the lead by 1 with 20 seconds to play. But no JSN. Not that simple to just shut this game out. Come on. JSN again. Into the 38 in 2 plays. How can we just not stop Jackson Smith-Njigba? And he got into field goal range that easily. Kick right at the end at the buzzer is good. Just 20 seconds to play and we couldn't just stop them. Game over. Seahawks win it. JSN single-handedly took us out, and I thought our secondary was good, but I mean, I guess it doesn't look so bad, and then you face an elite wide receiver and it does not go your way, because 24 completions for the Seahawks passing attack, and well, most of them went to Jackson Smith-Njigba. 13 catches, 173 yards, and basically called the game on us. Dante Rivers, though, he had 150 yards and a touchdown, so he was doing his thing. They had like 8 sacks as a team, so they were just obliterating us. But once again, we came close. Alec Thomas has steadily gotten better, 64 completion percentage. I actually was able to put up some, you know, pretty decent stats for a quarterback. And Jordan McCree, not as good as the previous 2 years, but 1,000 yards again. Gutierrez, hey, welcome back. Almost 1,000 yards, and Dante Rivers did not produce a whole lot in the regular season. Well, he showed up in the playoffs, though. I think it is a matter of, like, the schematics, though. I mean, this is a team that does run the football quite a bit more. And the Bills end up winning the Super Bowl over the Seahawks. So the Seahawks did make it, and, you know, hey, we you know, came close against the defending NFC champion. So we will get a star development left tackle is the kind of key addition here. It's hard to find star development linemen, and we immediately are going to get to work on him because he is a left tackle that could be this team's left tackle of the future, and I'm going to be putting all the training camps into him now for the line. Defense still pretty nice. It's an 84 overall team. The defensive tackles and everything still look really nice, and the linebacking core, this is where we are at the point now where we have to re-sign players. So here are the re-signings, McCree obviously, and all these other guys getting big contracts. I mean, we don't have many players at our disposal, so we got to keep the ones that we do have and the good ones that we do develop. It's important to make sure that they don't ever step foot outside of this building. We get to the end of the season, and we can see that playoffs are in our future. All right, 10 wins on the season. We lost our final 2 games of the year, but 10 wins. We did not win the division. We are on the wild card side of things and on the road and taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So nice to go back-to-back in the playoffs. We were so close to taking out the NFC champions last year. So despite that, we are, 8 years in, and we have 0 playoff wins to our name. So we need to pick things up a little bit. We need to actually win in the playoffs. We can push teams to their limit. We can put up a good fight all we want. It doesn't matter if we can't ever win as we get to halftime. It's a 10-10 game, so every single time so far, at least, we have made things pretty close. The first play of the quarter. Oh, is he gonna go? Not quite. Bijan Robinson just ran it for like 70 yards almost on that play. And that's going to set up the Falcons in a great spot as Penix is going to go down 3rd and 11. So we might be able to salvage a field goal try from this Falcons offense. Bijan just not fast enough to get to the end zone, as Penix, though, is just fast enough to get to the first down marker. Golden Gill from the 1. Hand up, Bijan finishing off the drive. Touchdown Falcons. And they go up by 7, so Bijan over 100 yards already, and he is going to be a nightmare for this defense to stop. Dante Rivers with a great grab there as we go over the middle. That's going to be caught and breaking off a tackle. I think that is Gutierrez with the first down. 2nd and 10 now from the 33. There's Watkins for 10 yards, inches to go. We sneak it for the first down. So the offense moving the football and doing it all through the air as they go down the middle for another first down at the 12-yard line. As they go throw it again. Sack this time. Run game not a factor at all. Braden Fisk gets in, but I would like to see us run it a little bit more on those early downs. 3rd and 17, though. Gotta throw it, and it's picked off out of bounds. So it will be an incomplete pass. Field goal try. Kick is good. 17-13 your score as Penix hands it off. Bijan Robinson running through a defender, and he'll have 6 on the play. Back to Bijan again. And this time, down for a loss of 1. 3rd down and 5. Penix got to throw it, and he's stepping up and floating one for a receiver. The tight end got free. Just enough space for the first down as Robinson up the middle, and Bijan to the 39-yard line, and this dude is just going to be impossible to stop. Robinson through the line. Oh, he got past everybody. Bijan Robinson, 39 yards. Just no one able to bring him down. 24-13. Now it's our turn on the ground. McCree, there you go. It's a battle of 2 great running backs. Let the running back do his thing while we still can, because even though it's a 2-score deficit, it's the 3rd quarter. McCree loses yards, though. Set up a screen. McCree, 3rd and 14, makes a move, and he's trying. He got past 2, and it only got just under halfway there. Look at that play, though, as the Falcons take it back and immediately get sacked. Did not fall for the play action. 3rd down and 15. Penix is going to fire one day middle. Knocked away by Peppers. We'll take that football back and urgently needing a score. As, the Falcons up by 2 scores. It's not just that, though. It's you have Bijan, and when you're up like that in the 4th quarter, as we are approaching said 4th quarter, you're going to be handing the football up a lot, but there's a big play. Watkins on the catch and run to the 13-yard line. Let's go to the fullback, I guess. Hey, star development fullback. He got 8 on the play. Now go to McCree, who is just swarmed. James Pierce and others get in. 3rd down at 5, and free rusher sacked. Field goal again. This one will cut it to a 1-score game, but not able to get into the end zone. Multiple tries at it, and we've just had to settle for 3. Bijan's at 160 on the day, and 4th quarter ending, fourth quarter here, and the Falcons looking to extend the lead, but it's third down. Bijan not able to pick up two defenders on the block. They'll have to throw it shy, and we'll get it back. Now for us, we could go 3 and out, and we will go 3 and out. So that was a nothing drive, just a 1-yard run and 2 incomplete passes as Penix, second down and 9. Oh, it's tipped and caught. Drake London. But there's a flag, pass interference, and that will be declined. So a tip catch for Drake London. 24-16 still your score, and they're just about at field goal range as the deep pass. They want Bijan. It's incomplete. If they would have gotten a little bit closer, though, they don't want to try it from 59. They punt it to us, and we are once again in a third down spot. Full house, and it's Thomas finding Rivers. Needed that one badly with 7 minutes to go, as that's Thomas finding another completion. That's Watkins, third down and 2. Thomas will keep it on the read option. Thomas, 45-yard line. That's Falcon territory, as Thomas read option loses 4 yards right back. Third and 14. Pressure in, short. Watkins is stopped on 4th and 7, and we're going for a field goal. Kick is good. Makes it a 5-point game with 5 minutes to go. I don't know if I love it, though. Gotta stop him. That's our chance. And there it is. Sacked on third down. So I guess we do have a try. Backup running back, though, loses 5, and we could just immediately have to punt it away. 3 minutes to play. Third and long, and it's not going to be in our favor. We punt it. This is our last chance to get a stop. Bijan Robinson, big run. Past midfield, and Robinson, is he going to hit 200 yards? Play action, Penix. 2.5 to go. Oh, it's picked off. Picked off Penix. And Dallas to the 45. We got it back, and we have a chance to win this game. Sam Short with the pick. And can we finally get on the board with a playoff victory here? 45 yards in 2.5 minutes as the backup running back is in right now. I don't know what happened to McCray, but this isn't what I want. Third down and 6. McCray finally back in. Thomas, can he outrun him? Yes, he can. Thomas, first down. D lineman couldn't catch him. 2 minutes to go, and an open man. I don't know why he had to fall for that catch. He had room to run. Still 6 yards, though. Thomas, short, right side, 3 yards. Third and 1. You can run it if you want. They're going to throw it, though. Thomas is going to the end zone. Incomplete. 4th and 1. Game on the line. They're going to go. Read option. Oh, he stopped. No. And the Falcons win it, and another one and done for our undrafted squad. And all of them close games. Thomas, though, just not able to do what he had to do there. Bijan, though, that was the real issue. He averaged 9 yards a carry. He was 1 yard shy of 200 on the game. Not much you can really do there. Alec Thomas throws for 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks, and hey, McCree, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns, so a new best year for McCree. Dante Rivers, though, hasn't been able to get back to that 1,000-yard form, just 600 yards again. We need to prioritize getting him the ball a little bit more. He's still a great player, and he still has superstar development. Just need to get him the ball more. Rams, Jets, Super Bowl, Rams win it. So the Rams have been, kind of crazy in this this franchise. I want to look for some new quarterback play here, and I want to start developing somebody. So we're going to go with 63 overall Warren Tuck, and how about we go double dip here? Hunter Rivers, a field general, 62 overall. We're going to be developing one of these guys to do something. We also have Devontae Pippen, a 70 overall running back. How about a left guard, 65 overall, right tackle, 66 overall. And how about this, though? Another good edge rusher, Josh Kendricks, is the best one we've found. Star Dev, 67 overall, which is massive, hard to come by. Junior Williams, how about a Star Dev corner, 69 overall? So this is probably one of the better classes of undrafteds that we have gotten so far. And you can see McCree is 93 overall. Rivers is 94 overall. Between the two quarterbacks, I decided to work on Hunter Rivers to, he had the best skill set, I felt like, between the two guys. There was one overall separating them, so I just went with him. Defense still looks pretty nice. Pepper's no longer X Factor, but we have a little bit of potential here with some of these new guys, some of these younger players. We re-signed the guys that we wanted to keep around, anywhere from 1 to 3 year contracts, and getting to the end of the season. Can we find our way back? This team has now been hovering around that close to mid-80s territory, 84 overall. We go 10 wins again, so it kind of seems like we're hitting our heads on the ceiling here. 10 wins. McCree wins best running back. So McCree is doing his thing. He's going crazy right now, and you presume that's another 1,000-yard season for McCree. Our Cowboys boots over here at mascot still, I don't know why this is a thing. Like, why is that a problem? But I mean, what, year nine and no playoff wins to our resume. So let's go back again, see if we can do it this time around. First quarter, 3-3 your score. Second quarter, Niners go up 10-3. We tie at 10-10. We go 17-10. Niners get a field goal at the end of the half. So it's 17-13. We have the lead. And for once, I mean, maybe you could say we're not like this out-and-out super underdog. Is that an offensive lineman who just made a catch? Who is number 50 right there who just made a grab for the Niners? They don't take us seriously, but you know, we have the better record. We're the division winners, and we're not like an awful team. So, like, I'd say for the first time, maybe we are not like 10-point underdogs in this game. And we'll see if we can actually come out here and take care of business. Niners running the football and shooting the gap. That's Peppers. And stopping them for a 4th down field goal try. Kick is good. 17-16. We are still on top. And here goes McCree. Gets a block down the field. And McCree breaking off tackles. And there's your best running back in the NFC. Running well. McCree is got another 8 yards. Just keep leaning on him. He's just been our best player all video. First down completion there. 34-yard line. Play action. And this is our quarterback, man. What the heck was that? Second down now. Out for the tight end. Nice high point that grab. To the red zone we go. As Thomas underneath. There is a completion. Gutierrez for the near first down as they go McCree's way. He's got it to 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Let him finish the drive. Hand off McCree. Touchdown. Dallas takes an 8-point lead with the extra point. 24-16 as the kickoff for the Niners back deep inside his own 5 takes it and will get hit hard. Oh, he fumbled and picked up. Dallas, scoop and score. Touchdown. We get him back-to-back with touchdown. Sam Short, scoop and score, 31-16. We got a 2-score lead as the Niners need a big play like that to try to reel back some of the momentum that they just lost as Purdy scrambles and Brock has got the first at the 30-yard line. Third quarter, inching closer to its finish as the screen's got a lot of room to go get them 14 yards on the play. Red zone opportunity over the middle. That's caught. And it'll be 7 yards. Now we go to 3rd down and 2. Run for the backup running back. It's just shy 4th and inches. Huge call here. They sneak it for the 1st down. They got the goal line package out there. Fullback handing it to him, and he's down at about the half-yard line. 4th quarter underway. Purdy, no good on the sneak. Niners, are you kidding me? Fire that coach. I don't know if it's Shannon. Still fire him. What is that call? 4th and goal from the 1, down by 2 touchdowns, and you kick the field goal? What does the field goal do for you? I guess maybe that. It's picked off. Oh, come on. I mean, don't reward a bad decision. Kyle Hamilton's on this team. That was a pick from him. Do not reward that bad decision. Purdy for the end zone. Oh, it's off his hands. Incomplete. 3rd and 9, and incomplete. That touchdown had a chance, though, and they'll settle for another field goal, but it's still a 2-score game. 2 field goals is cool and all. You're still down by 9. I mean, I guess if you want to just kick field goals, you could maybe try to get 3 more for the tie, but we're throwing it, Dave. He's got to step it. It's going to be caught inside the 5 for Rivers. And McCree, can we punch it in? McCree down to the half-yard line. 2nd and goal. Give it to McCree. Oh, he got lit up. 3rd and goal from the 5. Quick drop. Got him. Touchdown. And we go right back up And we could go for 2. We will. I like the call. I like the result. And a 3-score lead now. And the Niners, your conservative play calling is going to be the end of you here. You score that touchdown from 1 yard out, you're looking at a different game. 4th down. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Caught for the 1st down. I would be a little bit more distraught if it wasn't a 3-score lead with 5 minutes to go, though, so I'm not going to stress too much about it. It looks like we're going to be able to get our first playoff win of the video. It only took us, like, what, 9 years? Something like that. Under a decade. Caught for a touchdown. Niners got it into the end zone, but down by double digits still. They're not even kicking the onside kick. What is the play calling here? I am confused. And you might as well. I mean, we got it to the 44-yard line. You might as well just kick the onside kick with the field position we got, as McCree is running for a 1st down. Just keep on letting McCree do his thing. As that pass for Rivers, caught for the 1st down, 3:30 to go, and McCree again, lot of room, McCree, off to the races, touchdown, Cowboys. McCree is just awesome, just an awesome player. Niners eventually score another touchdown with under 2 minutes to play. Too little, too late probably, and that's the worst onside kick I've ever seen. What in the world was that? All right, well, that's a finish to a weird game. I mean, I don't know what that was all about, Niners. I don't know if Shanahan is your coach, but if he is, he might need to just go. He was sabotaging you there. He had to be. McCree, 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. Rivers had a nice game as well. Just 1 sack, and it was Ashton Love. And we, for the first time, get to move to a second playoff game, and we're taking on what has been like a dynasty in this franchise, the LA Rams. We're going to be at home once again for this one, but this Rams team has already won, I think, multiple Super Bowls. I mean, yeah, they won multiple. They beat the Jets and the Bengals. I don't know if they have a 3rd Super Bowl appearance, but they've been insane, so we got our work cut out for us on this one. You could see that with the like 92 overall offense that they had. But the offense kind of shut down in the 1st quarter. It's up 7-3 in our favor. They score a field goal. We find the field goal as well. And we'll go into half with a familiar 10-9 score. This has been something we've had before. I think this was the Seahawks game. It was 10-9 at halftime. And look at Alec Thomas reaching that ball out, and we got the ball to start that half. We got a big run from Thomas as he'll quickly throw that football for a 9-yard completion. He's got no touchdowns and a pick on the day, so not great stuff from him, but we go McCree, 1st down. He hasn't had a crazy game either, but I still trust him to get going. Eventually, we keep giving him the ball as Watkins got the 1st. As we're at the 26-yard line, we're moving this football about as good as we've had all game, but a sack. And it's going to be 3rd and 17 again. Now another sack. It's Tyrone Shelton as we're trying a 59-yard field goal. Kick is good. 13-9 your score. As quarterback they drafted a couple of years back, Jalen Wilkins is their guy, and he, as you can see, has led them to 2 Super Bowls. X Factor Dev has been incredible for them. So we're going to see if we could pull off what would probably be another upset against the reigning champs, as Wilkins to the air, as then they throw to the outside, and guess who? Catch for a 1st down. I mean, this team still got a whole bunch of weapons. They got Puka, they got tight ends, they got receivers. No Devontae Adams this far into the future, but still a lot of great weapons. 2nd and 13, screen out, running back. No Kyron Williams, no problem for them, as they have a completion for a 3rd down and 6 opportunity, and a 1st and goal. It's our chance to force a field goal here. Now Rams looking for the lead. Back corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Puka Nacua. And the Rams are up by 3 now, as we'll take over. Alec Thomas has the fullback for a 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 4. Thomas middle. Watkins hangs on 1st down. As we're at about midfield now, spreading the field. 3rd down, situation caught, and that's going to be Page, the other superstar receiver, who somehow has kept his superstar despite not being a super productive guy. But we'll take that as McCree got a lane. McCree, can he go down to the again. Jordan McCree almost got us the lead as we go to the end zone. Touchdown this time. We punch it in from a few yards out, and that's our lead. And 20-16, your score is Puka's catching it over our defense. I'm having flashbacks to JSN because when you put us against an elite receiver, they are just working us. Our corners are cool and all, but not elite, not an elite secondary as we go into the fourth with Wilkins having a 4th and inches as they spread the field. Everybody out in a pattern, and it's going to be incomplete. He went for his receiver, can hang on to it, and we have the ball. We have the lead. We have good field position, and we got a 2nd and 1. McCree up the middle. There's McCree again with a nice run. The line's also opening up these holes for him. I can't just say it's all on McCree, but his vision has been good as that pass was just flat out off target, and we got to settle for a field goal on 4th and 8. 50-plus yarder is good. Nice to have a kicker with one heck of a leg. Wilkins, still only a 1-score game, but it will require a full touchdown just to tie it. 8.5 to go. Underneath, that's caught with room to run. Lot of room. And into Dallas territory. That's 112 yards for him. As Wilkins, in the face of pressure, gets it out of the tight end over the middle for the 1st down. As they are just finding whoever. Doesn't matter if it's Puka. Doesn't matter if it's this guy. Touchdown. Wide open off the slant. Just dusted him at the line and got it all the way. No back end help either. It was just a rough situation for us as you line your guys up one-on-one, and sometimes they just get beat like that, and we're all tied up. 5 minutes to play. We have it at midfield. 3rd down and 2. And that's gone for Rivers. 15 yards, and we're in scoring range now as they go read option. No, he fumbled the football, and it's picked up by the Rams. Come on. We had it, and Ellsworth, the defensive tackle, is going to steal this ball back for the Rams, and they immediately flip the fields, and they're in field goal range. Now 3.5 to go. Wilkins outside. Puka Nacua again. We can't stop Puka. I'm not surprised, but I'm disappointed as they get the run inside the 10, down to the 7. And they're going to start running even more time off the clock. 2.5 to go. Wilkins off play action, running. He's down for no gain. 3rd and goal. 2-minute warning hits as they go over the middle. Touchdown, Puka Nacua again. And it's a lead for the Rams, 30-23. See if we can get a good return, though. Help us out a little bit. Page is back, kicking this kick back to the 40, to right about midfield. All right, we'll take that. 52 yards away from the end zone and the tie. And we got plenty of time to do it as McCree breaks off a tackle, breaks off 2. He's going backwards, though. He loses 3 on the play. 2nd and 13. We'll get those yards back, but just one more added on top of it for a 3rd and 9. Alec Thomas going deep. 1-on-1. It's incomplete. 4th and 9. And come up with a big play down the field again. And it's incomplete again. Man, and now we got to come up with a stop, and Puka Nacua is going to make that very difficult. 5 yards for him. 2nd down and 5, and there's the 1st down to seal the game. And the Rams, I have to commend this team for putting up a good fight constantly. That's what I will say, but unfortunately, even if we are outmatched, it's just not going to go in our favor. And yeah, McCree 80 yards on the ground. Good stuff from him. Just could not stop these receivers. Puka Nacua, 9 catches. I felt like all of them were in the second half. 2 touchdowns as well. Those were in the second half, I can guarantee you that. And we have to try to move on. But positives here. We won a playoff game. It happened eventually. Now we have to try to level up and win a Super Bowl, as Alec Thomas actually ran for 11 touchdowns, which is kind of wild. I don't know how he did that. But Jordan McCree, 1,400 yards on the dot. And that was enough to take home the best running back award. Rivers still not putting up the big statistics, so we're gonna have to figure that out. I don't love that, but you know, let's see if we can figure out the situation there where we can try to maybe switch up the playbook or whatever. Alec Thomas and McCree. Alec Thomas made the Pro Bowl. What the heck is going on here? I mean, Thomas, I still don't think he's like the guy for us. I don't know. I've been developing other quarterback on the side just to, you know, maybe give us another option at least, because they do in the training camps give you 2 training camp for quarterbacks. And Phillip Ellsworth, the guy who got the fumble recovery for us in the 4th quarter, against us, I guess I should say, he won Super Bowl MVP for the Rams, who win another one. Tight end here, Jamil Basley is going to be who we pick up, and Peter Calhoun as well. But Basley's going to be the big pickup for us. Jeremy Young as well, a 70 overall D tackle. And this is the situation we are looking at right now. Pretty similar overall team. Our guys are at the point where they're kind of late 20s, maybe even into their early 30s. So some stagnation is setting in, and we need to develop the next kind of crop of guys that are going to help elevate this team. It's a little rough, but here's who we were able to re-sign. Some of these guys have regressed, unfortunately. And for this season, we're 2-5. And not only are we 2-5, we're a bad 2-5. So Alec Thomas is not playing well at all at this point. He's coming off a Pro Bowl season. He's 31 years old. He's regressing. I'm going to make a QB change, and I'm actually going to not tank this season because there's no real incentive for us to tank, but I'm going to start throwing in the young players and trying to let them develop a little bit. Obviously, guys like McCree will still be around, but Hunter Rivers, maybe we could have a little Rivers to Rivers connection here, but we're trying to prioritize some of these other guys because you can see we have guys who are 8, 9, and 10 years pro. We need to start building up some of these other guys who are eventually going to replace them. And, guys like Miles Smiley, who's a 74 overall 30-year player, we could use that for a potential guard rather than the guy who's over 30 years old that we got right now. So it's unfortunate. We won a playoff game, and immediately we're going to have to take a step back, but we're going to probably miss the playoffs this year unless we go crazy, and try to reload for next season and hope things get a little bit better for us. So we're going to see what the new quarterback does as well. Hunter Rivers is a lot better of a thrower of the football. We are sacrificing the athleticism, but he is somebody, like I said, that I've been building on the side. He started as a 62. He's up almost at a 70 overall. So we're going to see what this team does now with the additions by, an injection of youth into the team. Maybe it'll backfire on us, but we need to do that because we're already going to be at the point where people are starting to retire for us, which is really scary. I mean, what happens when McCree retires? What happens when all these dudes end up leaving us? So we get to the end of the season now, and we end up with a 6-win season. So from a playoff victory to 6 wins. Hunter Rivers, though, not bad. 3,000 yards despite that little of playing time, and he had pretty decent completion percentage as well. And hold on a second, Rivers and Page each go for 1,000 yards. This is going to be real confusing because I have a quarterback and a receiver named Rivers now. All right, but some nice stuff here. How about Ashton Love getting 15 sacks? So maybe Hunter Rivers, maybe that's the quarterback for us. Maybe that was just what was holding us back. Alec Thomas is a limited thrower of the football, but now we're going to be rolling with Hunter Rivers, who, I mean, Thomas is already going to regress because he's going to be 32 years old, so he's going to start going below a 70 overall. Rivers is already going to be like at a 70 overall, plus we're going to be upgrading him even more. So Alec Thomas served his purpose. He even made a Pro Bowl somehow. We're moving on, though. Rams, another Super Bowl. Dude, what is going on with the Rams? They got 4 Super Bowls. And you could see Alan Nesbitt, Clayton Henson, Jamie Watkins, and Desmond Rutherford. Those are key players retiring. That's a best DB, a 1,000-yard receiver, our starting defensive tackle. Those are key players retiring. And as you can see, we have to recoup that. Josh Truman, a 73 overall. That's about as high overall as an undrafted as I'm going to find. Sean Walker at cornerback is a 68. And this is the team. It's a little bit worse, but I also think a little bit better at the same time when it comes to the upside here. Rivers coming off an 1,000-yard season. Hunter Rivers is a 73 now. I was able to even start hitting golds on the precision passing drill to get the +2 upgrades on him. So Peppers is down to an 82. The secondary is regressing, but we have other positions upgrading, and the offense should be really good as long as Hunter can keep things afloat and do what he did last year. I mean, considering he had 3,000 yards in 11 games, we'll take that. Go to the end of the season and 9-8. So we're back in the playoffs, not to the 10-win seasons that we were doing previously, but 9 wins, and we are the 6th seed. So we will get a little wild card matchup, divisional opponent against Jackson Dart and the New York Giants. And we get to see Hunter Rivers and Dante Rivers in action. And yeah, this is going to be confusing. I got Rivers to Rivers, and they're definitely not brothers. Definitely not brothers. So we're going to see if the Rivers to Rivers connection can get us to the promised land, as the Giants are up 7-6 at the first quarter's conclusion. And in the second quarter, it's going to be scoreless. So against this Giants team where Jackson Dart has already won a Super Bowl once before a couple of years back, let's see if we can take them out this time around, as they can't get the sneak on third down. The sneaks have not been working to the same level as they have in other videos. As here we go, Hunter Rivers throwing it deep. Oh, it's brought in. What a catch. And Hunter Rivers rocking the number 0 here. Let's see if he is able to be a lot better in game than what Alec was for us, because it was a little rough, but we got a little bit better of a thrower of the football, and that's a nice one in the face of pressure and to the 13-yard line. Play action. He's going to run for it. He's not as mobile, but he can run, diving in for the touchdown. And Hunter Rivers gives us the lead, 2-point conversion. Wide open, easy, and Basley has the 2. 14-7 your game as Dart, quick slant, and that's going to be easy, 8 yards to set up third down and 2. Man in motion, they go under center with a handoff, and stopped! 4th and inches, back-to-back drives, 4th and inches, and they punt it away, and we take over to completion there. 38-yard line, third down and 7 now, as outside, shy of the line, but he gets just enough after getting contacted to get the first as a slant route, and he hung on to that one. It's impressive. Sneak gets us the first down. Rivers has 10 carries. I don't even know why. He's got like 70-something speed. Rivers outside. Completion with room to run. And Page, I think that is. He loses a superstar. I think that's all right, though, as we get 6 yards there. Third down and 4. Screen. Ow. And no, that wasn't even McCree. That was such bad reading of your blocks. You ran right into him. Able to settle for the field goal. 17-7 the score, though. Dart, he'll have to do a little bit more than he's done in this third quarter. That's winding down if he wants to come out here on top of this one, throwing it deep, got a step, and he's caught it, and the safety can't get over. Touchdown, Giants. And you get a linebacker on a running back going down the field. That's bad enough, but then the safety couldn't get over in time, and it was just gone. Now we're going up top, and we got a completion. Not quite a touchdown, but Dante Rivers has the first down last play. The third quarter, caught, and that's Rivers to Rivers for the first down. Fourth quarter on its way, starting up as that's Rivers getting sacked. This is going to be a whole lot of me saying Rivers. I apologize. Why did our quarterback and receiver have to have the same name? Swing it outside, and the backup running back, we didn't stop throwing him the ball. Loss of 5, third down and 23, and I don't know, we in field goal range with that one? We'll try it. This is 61 yards. He's got the boot. Will he have the accuracy, though? Kick on its way. It's good from 61. Man, having a beast kicker like that with the boot is awesome. So we'll take a 6-point lead, and they'll have Campbell out of the backfield again. He caught the touchdown, and now getting it going on the short stuff as well. Dart on third down, wide open man, and that's Travis Hunter. Got Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter. I guess they won that draft class as they get to the 21 now with Dart. And going over them, I mean, yeah, they got Dart, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Scadaboo. I guess, yeah, everything's going up good for the Giants from that class if you add a Travis Hunter eventually, as they go man in motion from the 10, handing it off, and stopped. Stuff for a loss, and it's 3rd and 13 for Dart. Outside, okay, wow, that was bad. Just missed everybody on that one. 4th down and 13. They'll settle for the field goal with 6 minutes to play. Makes it 20-17 as we got the ball back. This time around, we get Rivers going for a completion. 3rd down and 9, though. Can we get out here with the first down completion? Yes, we do. That's Page. And Page coming up big, handing it off, finally getting McCree the ball. I would like to see that a little bit more, especially with under 3 minutes to play, but we're throwing again, and a completion again, and headed for the end zone, knocks over the pile up, and he's out at the half-yard line. first and goal. Full back dive. Touchdown. Cowboys back up to score lead. Giants have burned a timeout, so 2-minute warning also about a hit here, and it does. So you're down to just 2 clock stoppages left, and you basically need to score a touchdown, I'd say within the next, like, couple of, maybe this play. I was going to say 30 seconds, but we're quickly on to 4th and inches. They do complete it, but yeah, I mean, they burn another timeout, so now you're relying on an onside kick. Maybe it would have been smart to just take the field goal when you had the chance to, and then rely on the onside kick. Maybe give yourself a try at getting a stop, and, you know, maybe it could have formulated differently there, but you score a touchdown, onside kick, it's a flag. He touched it too early, and he didn't recover it, so it will be a Giants loss. We actually win on the road in the playoffs against the Giants, and Hunter Rivers really showed out a little bit. He played a lot better than Alec did for us, and, you know, even gave us a little bit on the ground as well, which I wasn't expecting. But we were able to take care of business, and everybody kind of got involved. Everybody got the football, and let's go on to the next round. Let's see if we can make a little bit of a run here, taking on, well, how about a rematch from a couple of years back? Green Bay Packers. I would imagine they still have Micah Parsons out here, which is going to be a little scary for us, but we'll see if we can get our win back from years ago and take ourselves to an NFC Championship game. We start off 7-0. Quickly, almost, I don't know what happened, but a drive stalled there. We had a chance at 14-0. Instead, 10-7, 14-10 Green Bay, and that's what the score will be at half. Really, we had a chance to go up 14-0, at least 10-0. Looks like we might have thrown. No, he doesn't have a pick. I guess we may have fumbled or missed a 4th down. Regardless, though, a sack for the Packers. And we'll go 3 and out, basically, to start our half off as they got Green Bay's quarterback. I don't know who this is because this ain't Jordan Love. That's Mello Walton at quarterback. So they drafted a new guy after Love, and I guess, you know, with him being an X factor, they just can't miss when it comes to quarterbacks. He's got 2 touchdowns on the day as they will throw. Walton underneath. Got a completion. Run for the first down. And at the 14-yard line, looking to push it to a 2-score lead. And they're down to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal. Run the ball where they get met at the line. No gain. 3rd down and goal. Run it again. This time won't be denied. And a touchdown for the Packers, 21-10. Down by 11, Rivers gonna throw. Nice job just maintaining composure in the pocket. Didn't get too antsy there and found a receiver for the first down. I like what I'm seeing from Rivers a lot more than what Alec gave us. As I think Rivers has managed the pocket a little bit better. Oh my goodness, that was such a hard hit. Thank you for holding on to that one, Paige. Just completely cut me off as they're throwing it deep. Oh, it's caught! Touchdown! It's Rivers to Rivers! And that was a great throw over the top of 2 defenders. Okay, yeah, I think I'm sold on Hunter Rivers being the guy. 2-point conversion is good. Yeah, Hunter Rivers showing out as it's 21-18. Walton scrambling. First down, he slides down, avoided that big hit. As Walton, we got a blitz on the edge, and it's going to leave a free man for the first down as the Packers moving the ball into the 3rd quarter, 34-yard line. 3rd down and 2. Another first down. Another play with a lot of room to run, and another opportunity to find the end zone for the Packers. 4th quarter, first play. Run the ball where they are going to get just a little bit. 3rd down and goal from the 5 as he's going to go over the middle. Broken up. Huge play. And they'll settle for 3 to keep it a 1-score game, 24-18 as Hunter Rivers over the middle. There you go. Big completion. Baisley's got the first as it's from the 44-yard line. A sack there. 3rd down and 12 after the sack and getting a couple of those yards back. We'll have to punt it away there. 4 yards. It'll be 4th and 8. The Packers take over. They get it backed up at their own 60, and they quickly get a first down. As it'll be 2nd down and 6 outside. That's caught. First down again. We need to get a stop here, guys. We don't want to go back down by 2 scores. We were able to come back, push it to a 1-score game once again, but I don't want to have to do that twice, especially with 7.5 minutes to go. No pressure in there. Wide open, man. Matthew Golden. There's no pressure on him. You got to get in there. Red zone opportunity. Screen out. Got the block. Got the edge. Out of bounds at the 3. Maybe he could have tried to lunge for it, but he'll take the safe route, and they'll go with a little roll out action. Touchdown, Packers. That was too easy. And back to a 2-score lead. They'll go for the 14-point game, and they have it again with ease. Now we're down 14 as Rivers will find Rivers for the first down. Do I just got to call him Hunter? Do I have to call one of them Dante? Like, what do I do here? I don't want to just keep saying, hey, Rivers throws the Rivers, but hey, how about McCree? Big run for McCree, 27 yards at the 15. McCree sheds off a tackler, falling forward, and McCree to the 3. Give it to him again. Let him finish the drive off, and he does. And we needed to score quickly, and we did. Extra point is gonna be blocked. Come on. Block the extra point. Still a 1-score game, but that means we're going to have to go for 2 if the opportunity presents itself. Look at him running through our defenders. And 2nd and 1 is a brutal spot to be in, as they will get it and run this thing down under 3 minutes to play. Maybe last play before the 2-minute warning if it's a completion, and it will be. And it's going to be us burning our timeouts, actually, but this is a rough spot. They're in field goal range, and they are running out this clock, and it looks like it's going to be all over for us. That's another first down and no touchdown, which means they'll be able to kneel it out and win the game. Thought we did pretty decently against this Packers squad. Defense, though, was not able to get a stop in those key moments, and Walton had a great day. They didn't run it crazy. I mean, 3.9. But we couldn't cover the tight ends at all. Just could not cover the tight ends. And we got sacked a couple of times. We need to do better there. But I think overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this season. Moving to Hunter Rivers, who put up a spectacular season. Yeah, maybe this is the key here. This is what we were missing. How about 4,500 yards, 40 touchdowns to 14 picks? And I know he got sacked a lot, but the completion percentage was high, the touchdowns was high, and we still had McCree. He averaged 6 yards a carry, so I guess the passing game picking up really opened up things for McCree, who had 15 touchdowns as well. He did miss a game, so a really good season for Jordan McCree. Dante Rivers finally able to be unlocked in this offense, 1,500 yards and 17 touchdowns. So, yeah, I think everything's coming up green for us in that regard. We really improved the offense big time. The defense still lacking a little bit, but look at Josh Kendricks. I don't think I've seen many edge rushers get 100 tackles. I don't know how to feel about that. You know, it's a bad thing if your DBs are getting 100 tackles, because that means running backs and ball carriers are constantly getting to the second level. You're not able to bring them down at the line. You want your linebacker stuff in those gaps. What happens when an edge rusher does it? I mean, was he just sealing the edge in a generational fashion? Makes the Pro Bowl, so well-deserved. We had a couple other Pro Bowlers, too. Rivers made it. You know, the wide receiver Rivers, and McCree obviously has been somebody getting involved in the Pro Bowl. Sam Short retires, and somebody else retired. That isn't a consequential loss. Bills win the Super Bowl over the Buccaneers, and our pickups this year are going to be a backup tight end, backup guard, 68 overall, and some D-tackle help is on the way. How about Josh Finney, 70 overall? So D-tackles, definitely like the best players you're going to find, but you can see here the overalls are really jacked because of the morale. I did this like I captured this like after we got like a weekly training, so you know some of the overalls are a little inflated, but here's what this team is looking like kind of at their best right now, and we will advance to the end of the season, try to see if we can get the double digits, and we do. I think this is the most wins we've gotten. 11 wins on the year. 11 wins, and we're taking on Washington. We were able to beat up on Jackson Dart a little bit and get a victory against the Giants in the playoffs. How about doing it against another division rival? I don't see Jaden Daniels out there. I don't. How far are we into the field? Jaden Daniels wouldn't be retired at this point, I don't think. He'd be in like his mid-30s. I don't know if he'd be a good player, but he shouldn't be retired, so I guess he went on to move on, which hurts my heart a little bit. But, hey, let's see if we could take care of business here. 14-7 and 21-7, 28-7. Okay, the most dominant first half we've had in the playoffs. 28-7, and we take over in the third quarter. We also get the ball, so everything good for us right now as the offense is really shined this year. It's the best offense we put together as that throw. Washington with the ball now, as you know, we went 3 and out pretty quickly, and Washington scrambling. Washington's quarterback is breaking a move, breaking a tackle, putting his body on the line there as they'll throw it again. And he'll scramble again. Well, he's just running the ball a whole lot. Maybe we should go and spy him. Think about that. We're going to go with another read option. He's running again. He's inside the 10. He's down to the 4-yard line. Emmett Gross is just dicing up the defense on the ground. And now he'll have to do it through the air, it seems like. 3rd down and goal. Nope, he'll try to run, but he gets sacked. Kendricks gets him down. Oh my goodness, he refused to throw the ball, basically. We'll get a field goal on the drive, 28-10. Your score now as that pass caught, broken a tackle, and he gets free, and he's getting to the 47-yard line. So just like that, we're in Washington territory as that pass for Baisley is going to be caught. Rivers, you can see 3 touchdowns, no picks so far. Can he add on 2? And he's going deep, double coverage. It's incomplete. All right, we'll try a field goal now. We've hit from 61 before. Can it be from 60? Kick is good. And he is so good from distance. Maybe he is a little bit of Brandon Aubrey in there as Washington's running back. Okay, you got to catch him. Big run. From their own 22, they go to the 32 at Dallas, and it's a 21-point game, but they can still come back in this one if they're scoring quickly like it seems like they're about to do. Now is that one's caught, 1st and goal. Now we go to 3rd down. From the 1, sneak it in, touchdown. 31-17, so a 2-score game. Washington slowly trying to pull their way back into this one. It was, you know, a 21-point game, then it was an 18-point game, now it's a 14-point game going into the 4th quarter as we are trying to put points back up to make it a 3-score battle. Once again, McCree is going to 2nd down in inches. We convert the 1st down immediately after. McCree breaks a tackle. McCree's losing 5 on that one. 2nd and 15. McCree sweep, and he's breaking off, but he's just losing more yards. That was just terrible blocking. Back-to-back plays. 3rd and 21. Can we maintain field goal range? Yes, we can. No 1st down, but I'm fine with that. Keep the field goal range and boot it through. Kick is good. That's a 17-point lead once more, so we should be able to not blow this one and move on, but hey, anything can happen here. I still don't know with how this defense has been operating. You know, with the scrambling, he's been able to scramble whenever he wants to. But Kendricks is getting a sack. Man, Josh Kendricks, what a find he was. A rare star development edge rusher that was undrafted. Deep pass. Oh, it's caught. And Washington down to the 5-yard line. Screen set up, hit, and into the dirt it goes. 3rd down and goal. Got to put it in the end zone here with 6 minutes to play. Sacked again. It's Kendricks again. 4th and goal. No field goal try. They got to go for the touchdown here. They didn't need to, but they're going to, and they do have it. Touchdown. They had a lot of time, and that was not an easy play to make, but it's 34-24, and don't want to start scaring ourselves because of Washington, and they got a 3 and out. This is getting a little minorly scary. A little bit, especially if they score within the next minute, I'd say. 47-yard line. Outside. Caught 1st down. We're in Dallas territory. I mean, this is like borderline field goal range. This could be field goal range if they got a good kicker. Now they're definitely in it. They can cut into a 1-score game. Snake isn't going to be good. 4th and inches. They're going for it. This is bold. I don't hate it. I don't like the call, though, but they're going to run. Scramble. 1st down. More. And down to the 16. I don't mind them going for it, but that was bold to drop back and throw it like that. Is that ball caught out of bounds, though? It's 3rd down and 10, and now they might have to settle for a field goal if they don't get closer. You don't go for it on 4th and 10. Kendrick's chasing, he hits him, and it's out of bounds back in the end zone. They'll settle for 3 now. So you understand going for it on 4th and inches, but you can't go for it on 4th and 10. 1-score game. This is scary. They were down 21. There's a 1st down. Washington burns a timeout. They're down to 1 now after a 2nd down and a play. 1st down again. That's the 2nd one. 1 more will do it. They're out of timeouts. Read option. Rivers. He's not a speedster, but he's got it. 1st down, and the game is over. That was scary. A 28-7 halftime score. We only end up winning by 1 touchdown. So Washington, they really put us in a little bit of trouble, it felt like. But I mean, we were able to get it done. McCree did not have a great game. Washington was really able to shut things down on the ground, but look at Josh Kendricks, 3.5 sacks, a massive game for him. And we move to the divisional round where we're taking on the Seattle Seahawks. So we had a run-in with the Seahawks a couple of years back, and JSN absolutely just torched us, destroyed us, won the game basically single-handedly. Either JSN is retired by this point or he is incredibly washed, so I don't think I have to worry about him. Let's hope that we are able to take care of business this time around. Maybe get ourselves to an NFC championship this time. First quarter, 7-0, 7-7. Seattle, we put up another field goal to go up 10-7 in the second quarter now. Things are getting a little scary for us. Can we get it done, though? Seahawks, nothing. Dallas, touchdown. Seahawks, nothing. And we score again. Okay. Back-to-back games where we take a pretty commanding lead in the playoffs of the first half. 28-7 last game, 24-7 this game. Can we not allow a comeback this time around? Can we just hold on to things? Trent Good, we're familiar with him. We faced him before as he throws across the middle of the field and a first down. Seattle does get to start with the ball and a chance to go down to a 2-score game. Quick pass to the outside, first down again. But yeah, I don't see no JSN out there, so that's a nice sign for us as Ashton Love with the sack. And Love, another solid edge rusher, has really settled into a pretty nice number 2 because Kendricks being the number 1 primary pass rusher. I think we have a nice setup there. Outside, third down and 9. Oh, it's caught. It's an impressive grab. First and goal, play action. And good, end zone, caught, touchdown. And got just enough space along the sideline, and that will be 24-14. And once again, we go to Hunter Rivers, where every time we look at his stat line, it's a pretty nice performance as McCree for the first down. Let's see if we can get the ground game going a little bit more today, as they'll throw it short to the fullback. And hey, I like that we do get our fullback a couple of touches. We get him like 2 touches a game, it feels like, as they go read option. Rivers, they fell for it, and Rivers, he is not a great run threat, but hey, he does do decent stuff here as McCree for 8 yards. I mean, I appreciate somebody really taking advantage of their skills, and that's why I kind of went with Alec, because he was a bit more of a runner, but I guess Rivers is still able to do the same things that Alec did for us, despite having like 10 less speed, I feel like, as that pass over the middle, down to the 1-yard line. And this drive has been beautiful. Time has been ticking all drive long. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. That pass was almost picked off, and all of that just to settle for 3 at the 2-yard line. I mean, hey, I can at least say we took a lot of time on that drive, and it's still a 2-score lead for us. We weren't able to push into a 3-score as the Seahawks now. I mean, their offense should be well rested, but our defense should be too, and they got a completion to the 32. Third quarter about to expire as they go to the outside in the first. 18 yards out. Fourth quarter underway. Good. Scrambling. Throw it on the run. It's incomplete. Third down and 10. As they'll throw again in the face of pressure, and it's broken up this time, and they'll settle for a field goal. So all of that, 4th and 10, I guess I understand that. You still got just under 12 minutes to play, and if you can get a stop here, it'd be really big for them. Instead, we're going to go and see if McCree, now play action to him. I wanted to see if we can lean on McCree and send it to sack. Fumble, no! Seahawks got the ball! The 25-yard line. A brutal turnovers. The Seahawks now can make it a 1-score game, even if they go 3 and out here. Third down and 2. Quick throw, and they're gonna go into the end zone. Touchdown. We sent the blitz, and they beat it. That's his second touchdown that we've watched as they're gonna run the ball. I guess Hunter Rivers wants to keep this thing in his own hands. 9 minutes to play. Throw the ball as Rivers stepping up. He's sacked. It's a loss of 1. Third down and 12. Rivers up top, deep pass, does he have it? No, it's double coverage and incomplete for Page. And the Seahawks take over. Good, down by 3, 8 minutes to go on the run, it's caught, and this Seahawks team really making it scary again. Are we just not able to close the deal this time around? Washington made it close. This is a long yard out on the snake, and he doesn't have it. 4th and inches, they're going for it, and they're dropping the throw, but he's scrambling. Shovel pass! He did not need to do that, but he did. Shovel pass for the first down. He could have just ran it, though. That's a ball! Oh, it's jumped! Picked off! And taking it all the way down to the 22! Picked off! Cowboys! And it's Anthony Gardner celebrating a game-changing interception as we have it with 6 to play. Rivers keeps it. Rivers, why was he running it so much? 2nd and 1, handoff. McCree off a tackle and down 3rd and 2. Can we get it this time? As end zone, incomplete and almost picked into the hands of a defender, but he couldn't hang on. Well, we got to take a field goal here. Kick is good. Seahawks, though, still a 1-score game, 30-24. Can we shut the door on the Seahawks team? I mean, this has been so stressful. Seahawks to the air, screen set up. They'll swing it out to the back, who gets a big loss on the play. 3rd and 16, good. And for the first down marker, he has it. Yeah, my goodness, man. Good on the draw. Good. First down again. 3 minutes to play. Come on, guys. Get a stop, please. 3rd down at 5 at the 28. Good outside. Caught but short. 4th and 1. Another 4th down opportunity. Can the defense end this game? Outside. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. No way. He just flat out dropped it. And we can end the game here. That ball's caught for a first down. One more seals the game. We can end it right now. Hand off McCree. And 3rd and 1. Game on the line here. McCree is stopped. And we'll try a field goal. This would seal it as well. Kick is good. And that'll do it. 33-24. I can't believe he dropped that ball. Oh my goodness. That is so crazy. But we'll take ourselves for the first time to the conference championship game. We're taking on the New Orleans Saints. And the thing that's weird here is, yeah, we're a wild card team, and yeah, we're going to be on the road against the division-winning New Orleans Saints team, but this ain't your average conference championship team. This is a team with a losing record. I don't know how this happened, but the Saints are 8-9, but they have won multiple playoff games, and they find themselves on the brink of a Super Bowl. Maybe it's the break we need to go to a Super Bowl to face a team that's just not as good, but I mean, they've gotten this far for a reason, so I suppose maybe they are that good. 7-7 your score at the end of the first quarter. I mean, this would be, what, the first time a losing team had ever made it to a Super Bowl. This is the first time, has a losing team ever even made the conference championship? Like, this is crazy. As the Saints, oh, look at the first play! Oh, come on! No, he's gone! Up the middle, 70-yard touchdown on the first play of the half! Okay, well, that's a one heck of a start. 21-7 your score now, as the Cowboys, down by 14, did not get the type of start that they wanted in this third quarter, but they will get a first down here. As Rivers will hand it. McCree, big run for him as he stiff arms a defender. McCree! And gets it to the 38. 3rd down and 9, though. We only got 1 yard in the last 2 plays, and that ball, no, it's picked off! And picked off by the Saints. And this is a brutal start to the third quarter. 21-7, and now a pick after the 70-yard touchdown. And the Saints in the first 2 minutes of this third have been dominant. And will they be able to add on to it? Well, there's a first down and a nice start for them. Defense, I'm really going to need you to pick things up right now because it's not looking good for us. I mean, this is how I guess it feels to be on the other end of it, because we were rocking, you know, multi-score leads in these second halves, and now we're on the other side of it, having to come back down multiple scores, and the Saints very well could make it a 3-score game, but they aren't able to move the ball once they got past our 50-yard line in our territory. So we'll have it back, and it'll be 3rd down and 3. Let's not go 3 and out, guys, please. From the 16, there you go. Find Rivers, and Rivers to Rivers for the 1st down. 38-yard line. Come back and maybe start now. Swing it outside. I feel like every time we do some sort of dumb swing pass, it does not go our way. As a sack now on Rivers, and it's 4th. We need to stop with these swings that are running back. They just lose 5 yards every single time. Saints take over. 4 minutes left in the 3rd. Pass is caught. That'll be at the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10. As they are going to go down the middle of the field. Caught into the red zone. This has just been brutal for us. This 3rd quarter has not gone our way at all. And another 1st down. It's 1st and goal. They stalled last drive. I don't know if they're going to stall this time around. 2 yards out as they'll throw. Looking back left side, incomplete. As it's 3rd down. Run it. And stop shy. 4th and goal. They're going for it. It's a bold call. And it doesn't work. Okay, we still have a chance. They opt to not go for the 3-score lead. Let's avoid a safety here. Rivers to McCree. I don't even hate that if you had to avoid a safety. 3rd down and 7 as they get it out. Deep pass incomplete. I mean, we've caught, we got ourselves an opportunity, but we aren't able to capitalize. Oh, come on, what a run. Touchdown, Saints. 28-7. That was our chance, though. A 4th down stop to keep it a 2-score game, and we just couldn't do it. And now it's 28-7. We're getting smacked by an 8-win Saints team. What is going on in the league here? We're an 8-win Saints team. It's about to go to a Super Bowl. We still have another quarter of football left, so maybe, just maybe, we can pull up a miracle, and we're getting sacked again. 3rd and 17. Rivers is down again. 4th and 22. You're going for it. You got it. You're down by 3 touchdowns. Rivers deep. It's incomplete. And this game is basically over as we jump ahead. 3rd down and goal. How about that running back getting another touchdown? One more for good measure. 35-7. Just obliterated in the conference championship to an 8-win Saints team. What in the world? Rivers, I mean, he was not the best, but I mean, he got pressured a lot, and the defense was the real issue in the run game. I mean, what in the world? Look at that. 225 yards and 4 touchdowns. I had to go back and look at it twice. 225 yards and 4 touchdowns on 9 yards a carry. Are we dead serious? This is insane. Rivers, McCree, and other Rivers, both of them made the Pro Bowl. So our offense is really good, though. Carmichael, our left tackle, also made the Pro Bowl. So, I mean, how about 4 Pro Bowlers on the offensive side of the football? I think we'll take that. I actually kind of forgot to get you guys the stats. I don't even know why. I was just like, after that loss, the Saints won the Super Bowl. What? The Saints had 8 wins, won the Super Bowl. Like, what is going on here? And we have some retirements. Boston, Gutierrez, Peppers, all retire. We're at that point. And we're at the point where McCree can also retire at any moment. Taj Wilkins is who we're going to sign. We got Dom Morgan, another star edge rusher. This went down to a 63 overall. Rudy Mays, 68 overall star safety. And a star running back. How about Alan Womack? I mean, we're going to need to find a running back maybe. If this video, depending on how long, more seasons we got, McCree is at that age. He's like 33 years old. That's scary because once you hit 33 as a running back, even if you're like a 99 overall, you can retire at any point. Like, even if you are the greatest to ever do it, they will just retire because running backs just, they leave sooner. You don't see many running backs 33 and older in the league. So we get to the end of the season, and we're in the playoffs, 11 wins, and this is our best team. You can see 86 overall, 88 offense. We have a nice team, and we won the division. We got 11 wins again. And we're taking on, well, how about another matchup against the New York Giants, who we have seen before. We know what this is all about. Our Dallas Cowboy mascot still looking like an idiot with his boots all glitched out probably. And, yeah, we're going to simulate to the first half and see that Dallas is up 14-7. And that'll be into the second quarter. We go 14-14, and we go 17-14, 20-14. How about 27-34? What in the world just happened? So I actually was like simulating throughout the rest of this game, and I mean, there's no need to hop in. It's 41-13, or 41-14, I guess. I don't know if I said 13 this whole time. I don't know, but this is crazy. 51-21. We just demolished the Giants. And Jackson Dart, old as heck Jackson Dart, threw 4 picks. McCree, Page, I mean, look at Page doing his thing. I mean, look at Josh Kendricks as well, 4 sacks. I didn't expect that, but that's our first dominant victory, really, like that in our favor. We've had generally pretty close games throughout this video, but nice to get a dominant one. There's our goofy cowboy, still can't get his boots on straight. And we take on the Chicago Bears in the divisional round, so nice to get a little bit of an easy matchup for once in our lives last game, and getting to take care of business with ease. See how things treat us here as we're up 6-0 after the end of the first quarter. So the defense, maybe they outright started to listen a little bit. They knew they needed to be better. Keep up with the offense. 13-10, about 20-10. So the offense really isn't an issue for us. Our offense is great. Like, our offense is legitimately really good. We have a good quarterback, an elite running back, and an elite wide receiver, a fine enough offensive line. Oh, a pick! Okay, we start the first half off, or start the second half off with an interception, but, you know, like, our offensive line is just okay. Our surrounding cast weapons is solid, not elite, but we have, I think, a nice quarterback, an elite running back, elite receiver. I think we do have a really good left tackle. I mean, he's a Pro Bowl left tackle, so, like, we have what we need at the important positions. It was just down to the defense needing to show that they can keep up, and that completion, Bears looking to make this a 3-point game. Quick throw underneath. That's caught. He's going to have it to the 4-yard line as they back up 8 yards out. That pass caught. That's a touchdown, Bears. And Chicago makes it a 20-17 game. So we take over through the interception. Can't let that happen again. That ball caught and falling forward. Still, I mean, it took him a while for him to be technically down, but 48 yards out. And I like how we have kind of had this, like, switch to, like, just full-on passing attack. I mean, McCree has also done some things in the receiving game. Here is Rivers to Rivers. Okay, that's nonsense. That is not a fumble. Yeah, review that one. Look at this nonsense. It is so clearly down. I don't know how that ball is. Did he, like, kick the ball? I don't even know how that all happened. But, hey, we got the ball back. It wasn't a fumble. And they're going to complete that pass, 15-yard line. Play action. Okay, everybody was in. 3rd down and 12. They send the nickel blitz. It's picked up and hit. And not really even hit, just kind of more so disrupted on the throw. Incomplete pass. Field goal good. 23-17. And I really want to get this done within the next 2 seasons. Like, I want to do it before McCree retires. He deserves a ring. He deserves it for all he has done for this team. 1,000 yards like every year for like 7, 8, 9 years in a row as that ball caught and a catch and a run to the 26-yard line. 4:21 to go as they throw to the fullback in the flats. He's got room to run. Fullback for the Bears. He's got it to the 9-yard line. 2nd and goal. Over the middle. It's caught and down to the 3. Just a little bit closer. Screen for the lead. He's got one man. He lunges, but he doesn't have it. So close. It's 4th and goal from the 1. They're going for it. Chicago. Oh, he's sacked. Ashton Love. What a stop for the defense. We really could have that be the defining play of this game. That would have been a Chicago lead. Now it's our ball with a 6-point game. And the 3rd quarter winding out. Screen as that's McCree getting 8 yards. 3rd down and 2. McCree in the block as they go outside. That ball caught. And he's got his feet in bounds. 4th quarter now starts at midfield. Rivers underneath McCree. More receptions for him. He's just more involved in the receiving game at this old age. 3rd down and 8. Deep pass. Looking for the 2-score lead. It's caught. Oh, he got his finish. Touchdown. Looking like previous number 88 with that one for Dallas. What a catch. 2-point conversion is good. Unbelievable grab in the 2-score lead. 40-yard line for the Bears, dropping the throw, quick outside on the flats. They got it for 9 yards. Second down and 1, 10:30 to go. Bears probably are going to need a touchdown on this drive, even though there's still 10 minutes to go. I mean, with the way our offense is moving it's hard to believe we won't get anything, any points on the board the rest of the way, or we at least won't move the ball and run out some significant clock here. So they're at the 13-yard line. 8:40 to play now. First down, over the middle, that's caught, and down to the 4, 2nd and 1, quick drop, and outside, caught, touchdown, Bears. And the 1-score lead now, 31-24, Rivers taking back over, and another swing to McCree, breaks out of a tackle, and gets it a 3rd and 1, sneak it. He's got the first down. Go play action here. I just want a field goal on this drive as they go Baisley outside. And, oh my gosh, Rivers got 400 yards on the game. He is just having himself one heck of a performance. 3rd and 5. Rivers, left side of the field. Baisley again. First down. We are firmly in field goal range, and time is running out. Here goes McCree, weaving his way through for 13 more. How about this offense as a swing pass? Look at it break another tackle. These swing passes wouldn't work. I mean, they weren't working, but they at least are a little bit because he's just breaking the first tackle. 1st and goal now. And McCree, he fumbled! No! Oh, no, you've got to be kidding me. Bears football in a 1-score game. They have been gifted an opportunity. That's the first, major mistake we've seen from McCree. They just avoided a safety just barely. 3rd down and 12. They're going to run it with the fullback to just buy themselves a little bit of space and punt the football. So no harm really done, it feels like, because we're right back into field goal range and the Bears got to start using timeouts. There's 1. 3rd down and 4. Rivers, middle, it's caught! And that fumble may not matter. We are a first down away and a touchdown away from doing it, but we got the first down. No need for the touchdown. We actually kicked the field goal at the end because why not? We're a bunch of jerks for that. 34-24. We win the game. Hunter Rivers with 450 yards on the game. What a performance. And Page has a big day. Bosher had that amazing catch, and Baisley got involved. Everybody got the football, and we are moving on to another back-to-back NFC Championship against an NFC South team. Can we get it done this time around? I mean, it's not against an 8-win team. That's actually quite the opposite of a, underperforming team finding the way here. This is the 1 seed. This is a 13-win. I think second best record in the league, Falcons team. It is a really good team. So first quarter, 7-0. And we move to the second where it is still 7-0. We get 3 on the board and 7-6. So a low-scoring game. We'll go to the 3rd quarter where Dallas is going to start off with a 3rd down. Might go 3 and out immediately, and they do. So 3 and out, as thankfully we don't got to worry about Bijan. Last time we dealt with Bijan, he ran for 200 yards on us. So I'm glad we don't got to deal with that. We also don't have to deal with Penix either. I don't know who their quarterback is these days. It is Cassidy Pippen. So we got to deal with Pippen. 3rd down and 3. He gets hit as he's throwing, and oh my goodness, what a grab in traffic and a throw in between 2 defenders. Sweep it out. Lot of room. 1 man gets him out. And he tried to reach that ball out for some reason. He was not anywhere close, but he'll get the touchdown here on the next one. And the Falcons have a full 8-point lead. So they could have maybe went for 2 if they wanted to make things a little interesting and make it a 2-score game. But they just take the 8-point lead. And we'll go through an interception. And the Falcons, are they going to take it all the way? 1 man, and he does! Touchdown, Falcons! Pick 6, 21-6 now, as Rivers, that is an incredible throw and catch. What in the world? How did he bring that in? Oh my goodness, all right. We got to just settle down, guys, as he breaks a tackle. Okay, Page, nice job. We got to settle down, though. We're halfway through this 3rd quarter, and we're down by 15. Page, first down at the 30-yard line. 5 minutes to play in this third as we go. McCree is going to get through. Make a move. McCree, touchdown. I want to see McCree get that Super Bowl to end his career. We are running out of chances with him. This has been like, I think this is year 13 we're on, trying to get this job done. And Pippen completed with a lot of space. Breaks a tackle and gets brought down at the 22. Falcons on the verge of getting that 2-score lead again. Pippen inside the 10 slides. And this is going to go right back to a 2-score game, isn't it? Down to the 2. 3rd and goal. Can we at least force a field goal? Pippen is chased. Hit. Football. Oh, it's picked up. And Love. Can it go? Come on. Midfield. 40, 30, 20. Chase at the 10. Slows down. Touchdown. Cowboys. Come on. There's a play from Ashton Love. And the scoop and score to turn everything around for the tie now. McCree and tie game. It's 21-21 and an incredible flip of the script to take this game to a deadlock to close this third quarter. We're at the final play of the third. Pippen over the middle, and they'll have it at Cowboy territory for a first down at the 30, and that's how we'll start the fourth quarter. What a game we have so far as they'll sweep into the outside, and there's Kendrick getting in there for the loss of 4. 2nd down, and traffic gets brought in for 11. 3rd down and 3. Pippen at short of the line, 4th and 1. And they'll kick the field goal. Falcons on top, 24-21. And we got 10 minutes to play in this one. McCree got the first down. And we go to the 37-yard line. Drop the throw. Rivers has Page. And it's been Page who's been the dominant pass catcher for us today. Rivers now has a 3rd down and 4. He'll go outside. Oh, it's brought in. Oh, come on. Number 88. He only makes spectacular catches. I guess that jersey number just has magical powers for Dallas. 2nd down and 6. Caught on the outside. And down to the 4. Goal to go. 2nd down. Rivers on the run. Touchdown. And it's the number 88. Well, that's all we know him as. It's just a magical entity that is that number. And I guess you're not allowed to be bad if you're rocking 88 for the Cowboys. We got 5 minutes, though, to close the deal on this and go to the Super Bowl. And it's going to be 3rd and inches. They'll sneak you. He didn't get it. It's 4th and inches. This is their chance. 4th and inches. Pippen. A lot of time. No one's open. Sacked. Sacked. Cowboy football in a 4-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Come on, sail this game. 2nd and 7. That's going to be caught for 5 yards. 3rd and 2 for the first down. McCree, first down, breaks a tackle. McCree to the 20. We can sail it. One more. First down. He's got it. And it'll be just a little difference between the game clock and the play clock. We'll have to snap it here. And that's actually going to give them a chance, though. 3rd down and goal. Run the ball with McCree to the edge. And if that play would have taken a little bit longer from the original first down we got, we would have been able to run out the rest of the clock. Instead, we kick a field goal. They get 23 seconds to go, and they go to the outside. It's going to be a 7-yard gain. They're going to hurry it back to the line, but we're so close. Just don't allow a miracle here, and we're going all the way to a Super Bowl appearance. They spike it. 11 seconds to go from the 34. Maybe one play to get it closer for a Hail Mary. Got it. Couldn't get out of bounds, though. They couldn't get out, and the clock runs out. They can't get the snap off. Game over, and they're going to the Super Bowl. We finally, in 13 seasons, have made it. Now we have to finish the job. As we were, that scoop and score was the defining play, the game changer play. And Ashton Love did it. McCree did it. We go to the Super Bowl now. We got to get it done, though. This is our chance to just wrap things up here. Jets, 14-3. Yeah, that's the team with the best record in the league. We have pretty comparable offenses, 88 and 89. They are a little bit better on defense, though. They are a better team overall, but, you know, we knew going into this that we probably weren't going to ever have, like, the best team in the league, which is why it's taken us this long to even get here. But now that we're here, let's get the job done and not have to go through the pain of trying to get back here all over again. Let's win this Super Bowl. Let's one and done it in the Super Bowl. This team is good enough. We have the quarterback. We have the running back. We have the receiver. We have the edge rusher. We have the left tackle. We have, you know, basically all the important positions. 14-0 early in this first quarter. We got the lead by 2 scores. Jets put up a touchdown to make it a 14-7 game. We make it 21-7, and that's where we pick things up. It's 21-7, Dallas. We could do it right here. Jets start the second half with a damn ball. Oh, it's caught. Eric Williams, the quarterback. I see number 18 with Williams. I was like, hey, they got an old Caleb Williams. No, it's Eric Williams. I don't know who this dude is, but I mean, the Jets have been in the Super Bowl before. They met the dynasty of the Rams, as this is a touchdown for the Jets to make it just a 7-point game. So we have the nice halftime lead, but we can't coast on it as McCree stopped for a 7-yard gain. As McCree on the ground again, and he wants to say maybe he can ride off into the sunset with a championship. Breaks a tackle, and now I like that we're actually giving him the football. Let him be the one to do it for us. It's 3rd down and 6. It's slipping in the rain, but he gets the first down. Really dangerous there, though. Basically had the ball like palmed in one hand. Rivers to Rivers now as it's 2nd and inches. Handing it off. Here goes McCree for the first. That's a yard, but it's enough. 2nd down and 7. Back to McCree again. And we're really letting him carry the offense this time. 3rd down and 5. It's the rain. You got to maybe adjust as he's slipping around. I mean, he stumbled a little bit, but he stayed on his feet. Rain really playing a factor right now as McCree gets a loss of 1. 3rd down and 8. It's been a nice drive, and it will keep going. And it's a number 88 for Dallas, handing it off. Backup running back in, can't get in. 3rd down and goal. McCree is right there. It's 4th and goal, like a 1/3 of a yard to go. This is a huge play. Hand off McCree. Stopped. And the Jets take over after all that. Could not find the end zone and got no points as they go with just a disastrous triple option there. 3rd down and 6. Jets threatening to go 3 and out outside. It is a 3 and out. Cowboys take right back over, and we can really just keep on dominating the time of possession here. McCree's got 20 carries late in this 3rd quarter as Rivers over the middle. That's caught. And Paisley, the tight end, I mean, he's come up big. And you can see he went up to superstar Dev, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, that was a terrible throw in the rain. I think it slipped out of his hands. Wanted Rivers. Instead, he found a defender, and we're on to the 4th quarter. I mean, my goodness, the rain is actually destroying these two teams right now. It's playing a huge factor. It's a broken tackle, and he's going to get it to the 49-yard line. Let's hope we can get some luck on our side with the rain, as that's going to be stopped. Loss of yards on 3rd down and 2, and we'll get it back. I can say at the very least, we have been able to just dominate the possession here. 3rd down and 7. Throw it outside. Caught and reaching for the first down. Page has it. 25-yard line. Hand off to McCree, and he's got another 8. 24 carries. I mean, you don't often give him the ball this many times, but I think this is an appropriate time to do it. That was carry number 25, and he's on to even more. Another first down run. McCree, he's just grinding out this Jets defense right now. How about a catch for him? He'll lose yards because of course he does. It's a swing pass to a running back. It always loses yards basically, but he wants a deep ball now. 3rd and 10. Oh, God, touchdown. You grind him out. You get him dinking and dunking, and then you take him off the top of the defense. Taj Wilkins of all people, an unlikely hero, to get a touchdown. 28-14 with 5 to go. Jets face an early 3rd down from the 37. He gets hit and incomplete. It's 4th down, and this could be it for the Jets. They pass. It's caught. And another big catch. That was number 20 again. And the Jets still feeling like they can run it here with 4.5 to go, down by 14. I don't love that from the Jets as they're going to throw a quick one. Third down, he gets the first, just barely. We're down to 3.5 to go, but they're in the red zone. They run it, and they'll get just 3. I mean, they're taking their time on this drive, but I guess if they score before the 2-minute warning, it's okay. And they'll try it here and complete. It's 4th down, 4th and 4. This is a chance to end it for the Cowboys. Come on, he's sacked. Kendricks and company got in, and the Jets might be out of chances here. Game on the line for this offense to just put it away. Jets have to burn a timeout. Can they seal it? McCree down, and he lost yardage there. Throwing it this time. 2nd and 12 and a sack. That's the final timeout for the Jets. So you run it here, though. You could just run out this thing to the 2-minute warning. They try to double pass. That's a crazy call. They try to trick play to win the game. I admire that. I admire that. It would have been crazy. The Jets, though, still, oh my God, what a throw. Oh my goodness. Okay, Jets. I mean, they need an onside kick, but if it's gonna happen, a throw like that's going to get you there. They're in the red zone. 3rd down, incomplete. It may not matter, though. 4th down. This is the final chance. It's a fumble. Game over. And we can come out, send the offense, nail the football. And we have done it. The first chance we get in the Super Bowl, we get the job done. It took us 13 years to do it, but we were able to get the job done. We had a little bit of help along the way. That crazy scoop and score to flip the script against the Falcons. I would imagine the rain played a bit of a factor here for the Jets too, but I mean, we were playing under the same circumstances, so maybe not a crutch you can use if you're a Jets fan right now. As we get the Super Bowl celebration, and I'm most happy that McCree gets to get his Super Bowl ring. If he wants to go and retire and ride off into the sunset, he can do that. The big move, though, moving to Hunter Rivers at quarterback, who bursted out when we gave him an opportunity and just broke into being a legitimately good quarterback. Not like a serviceable guy. Like, he was a legit player for us. And Rivers got it done in the Super Bowl with 3 touchdowns. McCree, 27 carries. We gave him all of the opportunities to make the plays that we needed to make, and he did, pretty decent. Ashton Love, what a game from Ashton Love. This is the final roster. This is the team that won the Super Bowl. You could see the morale boost and everything kind of, inflating things a little bit, but this is the team that got it done. It's a nice team, and that's pretty dang good for an undrafted squad. Ashton Love had 5 tackles for a loss, 3.5 sacks, and a pick. So I think a pretty deserving Super Bowl MVP. Here's what Hunter Rivers did. I mean, 3 full years as a starting quarterback, and by the final year, I mean, that's a really good season. Like, he was legit good. Jordan McCree. Oh, we're happy for you. Jordan McCree, 34 years old. I simulated the week. He didn't even retire. He wanted to play another year. But how about that? Is that 9 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 10 seasons of 1,000 yards overall. And once we made the shift to Hunter Rivers, Dante Rivers was unlocked and was able to go for 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, including a 1,500 and a 1,700-yard year. Kendricks turned out to be an awesome edge rusher for us, was just a absolute game-changing type of player for us. 13 sacks, 8 sacks, 12 sacks. So he was able to put up a really good 3-year span, make multiple Pro Bowls. The career overall, I just want to highlight Jordan McCree, 13,998 yards, and if he were to have retired, he'd be the only Hall of Famer we'd have. And throughout the entirety of this video, we actually had a losing record. We had 108 wins to 130 losses, but with our final season, we got an 8-7 record in the playoffs, so it was just enough to put us over 500, get that Super Bowl. So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Let me know what you all thought, and if you want to see any other challenges like this, or if you have any other ideas yourself. And of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, as all that stuff is super helpful for me. And I will see you guys all in the next one.